Today we're going to spot X, which is going to be pretty exciting.
For the X factor.
The X factor. What's the X factor today? What's the conditions like? What are you going to catch today, George?
Perfect conditions.
Perfect
Reel.
Okay, here we are at spot X. How do you feel, George?
The X factor's really got the better of me.
You G'd up, mate. What are you going to catch?
We're in God's country, and there's humongous drummer down there, and they're going to eat this.
Just ordinary bread, eh? That's what I eat usually from a brekkie. Just going to put on a whole loaf, a whole slice.
Whole slice of bread.
Bit of a hook. Okay, let's see it. Let's have a look at it. Here we are. Just got our line in the water. A little burley trail going out here. We should see some action. We should see the line lock up. We should see the reel go. What do you reckon, George? Tell us a story about your what you're used to.
I'm pretty young.
Hey?
I'm pretty young. I don't have much
drummer experience. You fished for him before?
Only with bread. Oh, why don't we try a bit of cunty?
Yeah.
I can't see him hitting on the top. I'm still shaking.
So tell us, what it was a bit of a treacherous trip, was it?
I've never seen fishing like this before.
Here you go. Let's have a little panorama around here. In the background, you see the waves up the end there. It's been stormy for the last few days, so we might see a bit of action. But we look down here and there's a bit of a natural waterfall coming off. That's where we've come from, folks. Way back there. We've got a rock out here. Sometimes your fish might go around the corner of that rock and you get snapped off. There's a lot of good fish here though. A lot of fish being lost. A lot of fish being taken. We'll just wait and see.
Might be a bit early.
Ah, there's action. Big splash out there. Where the bread is. Saw a bit of action out there. We might see it again in a second. There it is. The action out there. Oh, there you go. He's on. He's onto a rock cod.
Little fella.
Oh, first fish of the day.
Oh, he swallowed it. I'm going to get pulled off the rocks.
Okay, here we go. We're on.
We're on.
We're on. He's got his first hook up.
There we go.
He's got a nice fish by the looks of it. Could be a couple of kilos. He's going to walk him round the corner here. We'll see what it is first. Could be a blackfish, could be a drummer, could be a silver drummer.
I got him in the side. No,
a bream.
Nice bream.
Oh, it's a good bream. How's that, eh?
I got him in the bum.
It's a nice size bream. Actually, I think you might have got your line twisted around. I think you still got him.
I don't even have him hooked.
He's just wrapped around, is he? Yeah. He's a nice fish. Have two. We're waiting for a hook up here. We're waiting for the big hook up. Here it comes. He's on. He's got it. He's got the good hook up. Another bream. Another good bream. How's that, eh? Bream galore.
Too easy.
They're loving it. That extra strength hooks was on too. Doesn't seem to make. They're biting pretty well, aren't they?
In my element here.
Here we go. Okay, here we are. Again, we've seen a bit of splashing out wide. You can see the fish are just splashing out there. Might be able to get a close up with some of the splashing action that's happening. You should be able to see a little bit of it. Out there, it's just where there's a lot of bread floating around there. He's got a solid hook up. He's on a solid fish. He's got a solid one. Looks like there's a good bend in his rod by the looks of it. Could be a drummer. He's fighting deep. He hasn't come up yet. Let's see what he is. He's going back to the left. Now he's going to the right. Oh, it's a trevally. Got a real mixed bag here today. Trevally's a nice fish.
Bit of everything.
What's your biggest trevally, George? Tell us the story.
This is my biggest trevally.
Your biggest trevally. There you go. A trevally. Another one for the table. They're very nice, fresh. And Japanese like them as sushi. Name is sushi. They cook up with nice white flesh. The Chinese love them too. There you go.
Take him off me for a... Here we go.
I'll tell you what, every fish is a Fennicum hookup. Every throw now is a Fennicum hookup. We're cooking here. We're cooking here. We're getting fish every throw. There are bream. There are trevally. We're just waiting for the drummer. We're waiting for the prize. What we came for. We predicted blackfish. We predicted drummer. We haven't got exactly what we thought, but they're all good table fish, so we're pretty happy about that. You want to blow a kiss to your girlfriend? You don't want to kiss the fish. There you go. We've been fishing 15 minutes now. How do you feel about the fishing so far? How's it going?
Oh mate, I just saw a 2 kilo drummer.
2 kilo drummers on the cards, eh?
He came up and he was just sitting on having a little sunbake.
Having a sunbake, you saw him?
I saw him.
Whoa, and here we go, we've got a bit of a waterfall happening here. So we're targeting fish now. We can see the water's pretty clear here. We should be able to see a little bit of action. We see that George's line's going to go straight in a moment. You'll know you'll be on. You'll just feel the tension in the line. He's just going to give it a bit of a rip, and he's on. And they're gone. Those fish are gone. See it happening? We can see it happening. I can feel it happening. It's in the air. There it is. There it is.
There he is.
There it is.
That's that drummer I saw.
He's spotted a fish. He's doing a bit of a run here. The fish is doing a bit of a runner. Let's see what his reel's doing here. Here's his new reel. What sort of reel you got there, George?
Beautiful Shimano bait runner.
It's a bait runner. He's might have to take this fish around. That's a nice drummer, that one.
Oh, baby.
That could be that 2 kilo drummer.
Oh, mate.
Let's see that fish, George.
That's the biggest.
It's the biggest drummer we've got. We've came to target a drummer. And that's what we've got after about the 4th hookup. Oh! And he's done his line. Let's have a look at that line here. Okay, I'll just go back a little bit. The line has been frayed. He's taken him over some barnacle rocks, but that monofilament's just held. That's an awesome fish, George. That's an awesome fish, mate. Here we go. That's 2 kilos. He's just, he's excited now. He's got to call his girlfriend and tell her. And I'm going to hopefully get into one of those fish. Here we are. Here we are still. Yeah, go on.
Once I was fishing the Southwest Rocks on the boulders at the Beach.
Yeah.
I was catching big bream like the ones we got.
Yeah.
And
keep talking.
Bonito. Catching bonito.
On the beach.
Going off, everything. And
he's got a fish right at his feet. It's like a good one. It's a good drummer down here. As he's got him to the top. It's another drummer. Will he lift him? He's going to lift him. Yes, it's another one. Another good-sized drummer. Oh!
Anyway,
he's swallowed that one right down.
This time I went, there were huge waves. And I was anchoring myself, but I thought I'd jump one of them.
Yeah.
Took me right off the back of the rocks, rolled me over all the barnacles, I got thrashed all down my front.
Oh no. Hey, you want me to cut that hook off and I'll put another one on for you?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, mate. Pretty wild fish, that one, George.
Oh,
okay,
baby.
Here we are. We're onto a good fish here. We've got a good one. I wouldn't skull drag him. I'd drag him around the side if I was you. I wouldn't try and lift him yet. He's a bigger one. He's taking a bit of drag. How's that Shimano bait runner handling it? We'll go around this side. We'll see if we can get a glimpse of him.
He's a monster, mate.
Let's have a look.
He's 4 kilos.
Let's see what he looks like. We're bringing him round. You might get a glimpse of him here. We're going to bring him around the corner.
Might be better if you, because I'll slip.
Keep his head up. There he is. There he is. He's a good 3 kilo plus one. This one, just wash him up here, George. Keep his head turned, turn his head, that's it. Bring him around. Keep him coming, that's it. Nice big black drummer, that one. Back off your drag a little bit. He's a nice fish. Back off your drag a little bit, let him go. Just get used to washing him up. Here he comes. Whoa! He's a nice fish. Let's wait for the wave. Whoa! He's a nice fish. I'm trying to get him here. You want to get him up to this ledge here? Whoa! There he is. We got him. He's got to be 4 or 5. He's got to be 4 or 5. Let's not break the line. Ah! We need a gaffer and net.
Alright. Take your time.
Ah! He's got to be 4 or 5.
Oh, I got it on camera.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh.
Sorry about that, George. We got it, mate. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I just didn't know what to do.
We're gonna get a hook.
I got swamped.
Get another one. They're over there on the corner.
That was a monster. That was a fitting. What happened there, George?
Is that the biggest one you ever seen?
That was the biggest one. I had him by the gills and I was lifting him, but he was just slippery.
Yeah, no. Can't get him.
Man, I'm sorry about that. I should have bought my net. I knew it. That was 4 or 5 kilos, that one.
I'm gonna get another one. Give me another hook.
Now, we just had the biggest drummer I've ever seen, and hopefully the camera wasn't too wobbly. It would have got a good look at him, because he was a fat window of opportunity to hook another one. Out the back near those fish traps out there, near those floats, there's some salmon jumping, or there's something jumping. We should be able to, we'll see if we can get telephoto. In the distance, should be able to see some salmon jumping out near those fish traps, or their lobster traps or something. Looks like George has gotten some tight line. No. Boat's just floating around here. It's late afternoon, it's almost 7 o'clock. We're in a spot where there's been a nice bit of wash here, and the fish have just come on. The bigger ones are just coming in. The change of the tide, the wind's blowing lightly. It's been a glorious day, and it looks like we've had a good catch. We had half a dozen fish and we had another one in our hands. The one that got away, that's always the story, isn't it? You remember those ones? There's a story to those ones, isn't it? You want to try?
Got proof.
You want to try a bit of kanji?
Yeah. Give me a bit of kanji.
Okay.
Oh, they're hitting out here on the right now.
See what they do with the kanji. We've got a big kanji shellfish thing here. We'll see what it does. George is pretty excited. You can see his hands shaking after that last drummer. He's excited. We're going to see what we can do here. Just making up for that little glitch in his fishing record. He hadn't lost a fish. And we're going to try a big kanji knob out here. You can see he's got down to his braided line because he's lost a bit of line. Oh, there's been... Okay, we're just waiting. There's been a hot bite here. Been filming for a while now, about 15 minutes of the action. And it's getting late afternoon. The sun's starting to go down. It's just setting and the tide's coming in, which is really the prize time. Which is really the prime time for fishing. Because the fish come to bite just before dusk, and they get some... they get into a feeding kind of frenzy with all this burley in the water, and they start taking the baits. Oh, there's a big splash there. Something's going for the bread out there. Big splash. We're right behind George here. There was a big drummer just hit the surface there. And if he lets that sink, it might just take that bit of kanji. You might be onto another fish. Looks like you can see the bread's being hammered by those drummer there. If they find that kanji, it'll be irresistible. George is just going to be able to hook into him, lay into him, sit back, and his reel's going to do the work. They're coming right in. The drummer are coming right in here to that piece of bread there. George is going to chuck out to it. The waves are coming now. Might be a bit of a splash here. We'll see what happens. Here it goes. Yes. Up in the air it goes. See the sun going down here on a glorious day. One of the prime spots where you'd ever see fish caught like this. Regular, healthy, fat fish. Here we are. The sun is definitely going down. The fish are biting. We're going to have to leave this spot while it's still red hot, but that's fishing. And we're going to get back along this treacherous path of coastline. You can see where the waves are washing up higher already. It'll be very hard to get back, so We've pushed it to the limit, and any more to the limit will be foolish. So we're not going to be foolish here and risk our lives and risk our families, so we're going to have to say sayonara. Say sayonara, George.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.